So there have been a few times where I have actually sold cubes through the drive-thru. Back in high school, I was known as like the cubing guy, and pretty much the thing about cubing is that lots of people tend to get really mesmerized by it and even interested in it when they see you solve a cube in 10, 15 seconds. Their minds are pretty much just blown on the spot because, for one, it's already impressive if you can like solve the cube in even a minute, but it's really impressive if you can show someone who thinks that it's already impossible that you can do it in 15 seconds, and it doesn't matter how long they scramble it for, you'll still solve it. So I would cube casually in classes here and there and like at lunch. And at one point we started a Rubik's Cube club at my high school. We would do like competitions among high schools, which was really fun. So my point is that cubing got a lot of spotlight throughout my high school career. So I had started SpeedCubeShop as a 9th grader and as a freshman. And so I had the store going, everything like that. And at one point, so many people would start asking me like, hey, where do I get that cube from? Or hey, sell me one when I told them I had the store. It just got to the point where like my locker would be jammed full of like a full-blown like selection of 2x2s, 3x3s, and 4x4s for the people that wanted to move up in difficulty. So it was like my three. You had like the 2x2 for the guys who want something that's just simple to mess around with, 3x3s for people who actually want to learn it, and the 4x4s for those who are actually taking the next step. And that was all great, aside from the fact that, one, I don't think that between the contraband candy that people would sell out of their backpacks and the contraband cubes, it was like some underground dealings at my high school. And that was all great, except for the fact that all of my textbooks needed to go somewhere. So that went in my backpack. And so I was like Naruto running from class to class with like, it felt like 50 pounds full of books on my back. And I don't know, it was, I think I attribute that to my back pain now in my mid-20s. But it was pretty funny because, you know, all things aside, I think that the coolest part was seeing it go from like me and a few of my friends being just a few cubers to like our cubing club got to the point where it was a full classroom full of people. And so we would go to our high school versus high school competition, and it was like one of those dramatic like Marvel movies, like when they're all like lining up and like walking up to the battlefront and like there's a big explosion behind them and like, I don't know, doing like the superhero walk. That's pretty much how we felt walking into these competitions, because not only were we bringing speed cubes, it was like bringing a gun to a sword fight, where like we would walk in with our speed cubes knowing like F2L and PLL and OLL, and they're sitting here with their Rubik's brand cubes from Target and using like the layer by layer beginner's method. So to say that we put a hurting on them was an understatement, but it was all in good fun. By the time it was done and we already got our trophy, we would say, hey, well, we can hook you up with some good cubes and some better algorithms if you guys want. So that was pretty much, I think, one of my funnier things. And I didn't try to be a cube plug throughout college. I don't really have much of an opportunity, but I still do carry some cubes with me in my car, and I'll be like sitting at like a drive-through or whatever, and someone will see me solving it, and then they'll want to get one. So there have been a few times where I have actually sold cubes through the drive-thru, which is kind of funny how it's like, I don't know, someone will end up trying to sell me food and I end up selling them something. So it's like kind of funny how that works sometimes. So I guess it just shows that, you know, got to always have a little bit of cube stock with you wherever you go.